Norm Tubbs with you. April off the rest of today. Yes, it's Memorial Day, but we're playing a little Western music for something that's already underway. This Memorial Day, all kinds of fundraisers for vet organizations, and one of the off-the-wall ones is underway. It's called the Pinto Stampede, as in the old Ford Pinto. Its organizer is East Coast resident Norm Baji, and he joins me on the 850 KOA Newsline. Good morning, Norm.
I'm doing a cross-country drive to benefit the Wounded Warrior Project. We're doing it with a collection of Ford Pintos, also to commemorate the 40th anniversary of the release of the vehicle. And we're driving the cars from Denver, Colorado, out to Carlisle, Pennsylvania, to have a big celebration over at the Ford Nationals from June 2nd through the 5th.
Norm, you guys got underway yesterday, and I would say if there's a big stampede, as you call it, to be had, or if there's a car to be celebrated, I would say, what? You're celebrating the existence of the much maligned Ford Pinto. Why the Pinto?
Well, you know, it's a unique car. You don't see too many of them on the road. The car's really neat, and since I've had it, I've experienced that everywhere you drive with this car, you don't get any road rage. People don't flip you off. They don't cut you off. They beep. They wave. Every place you stop, people come up to you and they give you a little Pinto story about one that they've had, one that a friend had, and it's just it's an interesting experience. There's no anger involved in a Pinto. Pintos make people happy.
Why Denver? Why the start of this Pinto Stampede right here in the Mile High City?
Well, the Stampede has that kind of Western theme. Pinto's a horse. I actually had some ties out in Denver for a while. I lived out there for about 6 years. I still have some family out there. I originally wanted to do the drive completely coast to coast, but that's a lot to ask, number one. And number two, there was a bit of a disparity between the Northern and Southern California people. The Southern California people didn't want to go up north to start the trip and vice versa because it just adds so much to the trip that I figured let's get over the Rockies, start right in the middle, and just shoot right down I-70 right through the center of the country.
Yeah, makes sense. Now, how many Pintos are going to be, right now underway? How many Pintos are involved?
There's not too many around, so it's not like Mustangs across America where they got to worry about 400 or 500 cars on the highway. At most, we're going to probably have about 35 at a time. We're going to start off with about 6 in Denver, and then the next day we pick up another 7. But in between, people are going to be popping in and out for short trips that have the car that aren't making the entire trip. So there's going to be intermittent cars coming in and out. But when we roll into Carlisle, we're going to be like 32 strong at this point.
And what a great organization to benefit. The Wounded Warriors Project is something near and dear to my heart, and so many people, obviously, on Memorial Day are paying extra special attention. What was the connection there?
Well, they've done so much for us. They're coming back, and it would be nice if they got more of the support that they needed, but they don't. So, this organization does wonderful things, helping with prosthetics, getting them out, getting them job placement, helping them with counseling, any of the issues that they need, trying to fix up the house a little bit to make it more handicap accessible. It was just, anything to make somebody feel that that somebody actually cares about them.
And the way in which you are getting money to these Wounded Warriors and to this project is actually getting sponsors per mile. How does that work, and how can our audience get more info?
We would like if people got more involved in that. Our response so far is low, but today being Memorial Day, we'll hope that they find it in their heart to go to PintoStampede.com. You click on the Wounded Warrior Project logo, and that takes you to a donation page. That donation page is the Wounded Warrior Project site, so the money goes directly to them, and you will have sponsored a Pinto for a mile. So it's a lot like, one of these cross-country walks, but with Pintos. So, donate anything, $1, $5, $10 or more, whatever you can afford. But it's important that, people just do something would be great.
All right, Norm, that website, once again, PintoStampede.com. Norm Baji, they started off yesterday here in Denver, and I believe they're somewhere in the middle of Kansas right now. Heading east, the great Pinto Stampede. 6:24, 90 seconds from now, Pat Woodard talking the most expensive home prices in the country. Next.
Have you looked at your bill from the phone company?